Welcome to the YouTube. Here we are, Silverio Twin YouTube, where you get a deeper look of what it's like to be a single mom with twins. So many of you have followed from Facebook, then to Instagram, and now here on YouTube. So I'm going to give you deeper insights, answer a lot of questions that I get, and just also show you some of the chaos and reality. So here we are. The number one question I get asked is, how do you do it? How do I do it? Well, first, sometimes I don't. Like, I had ordered microphones for the session, but clearly I didn't order them on time and they're not here. So excuse the poor volume. It will get better. But how do I do it? A lot of it starts with the beautiful surroundings that you see, and that is that I live at home. I'm a 42-year-old single mother with twins, and yes, I live with my mom. I came back when I was 3 months pregnant, and it really helped me reset myself. I had recently broken up. It was pretty clear that my ex was not going to be involved in my children's lives. And so this gave me the safe space to rebuild myself and to map out what I wanted my parenting to look like and my life going forward. So here I am. A lot of the basics are taken care of, but it lets me really hone in on mothering and on myself. And 4 years on, I'm really proud of the mother that I am and who the kids have become. How else do I do it? Well, also, I have to pay attention to the kids' schedule a lot. So the reason why I'm filming is they have already eaten, they've already had their full day, and now they're actually in front of the TV. Yeah, getting some screen time so that I can come here and explain to you guys how I do things. So they've had a full day of lessons, they've played outside in the pool, and then they ate dinner. I put them in front of the TV and I came here. Another reason why I do what I do is, well, who else is going to do it? If I don't do it, if I don't show up for my children, basically just putting one step in front of the other, no one else is. So that's how I do it too, is that I know if I don't, who else will? I don't have the luxury of a backup, and that is absolutely okay. Also, I do what I do just by being fully aware of what my responsibilities are and being okay with it. It doesn't mean it doesn't cause me stress. Of course it does. But I know I am the single parent, not just that I'm not married or with my partner. It just means single in every aspect. I am their sole provider. I am their sole caretaker. If they feel bad, I'm the one who has to be there. I'm educating them as well. And I'm aware of that, and so I have to make sure that I do things to keep myself stable. And so I'm able to do what I do as well because I attempt to stay active. I have to admit, recently I have not been as active as I usually am, but in general, maintaining an exercise pace really helps me. If I'm not exercising or doing something mobile, as you heard the dog bark, I have a dog, so I like to make sure that I get out for a good long walk at the very least, just to make sure I have some kind of way to release the tension and the immense pressure that comes with parenting, and especially single parenting. So that's how I do it. I live at home, I make sure I'm active, I'm aware of what the responsibility is, and I pay attention to the kids' schedule, no matter what. When they were tiny, their naps were golden, and I had serious discussions with people who would not respect nap time. That is golden time. Now that they're older and don't nap, what's really key to pay attention to is that they get outside time, even when it's cold, but they need fresh air, and that they are fed. Otherwise, they become gremlins. So I pay attention to that. What else helps me do what I do is paying attention to myself. Okay, so clearly my hair is in a ponytail. I don't always have time to wash it, but paying attention to myself also means that I'm paying attention to my future. And I'm conscious of what I want that to look like and that I'm mapping it out. So maybe right now in this moment, I'm not living out exactly what I want, but I'm working towards that, and every day I get one step closer. And that future involves future partners, that future involves obviously a different home, and that future involves getting back out into the workplace and being a full participant back in society. And it's key that I do that. It's key that my children see me getting back out there romantically, getting back out there professionally, and getting back out there just in life, moving on from this safe haven of my mother's and family's place. So that's me and what I do with my twins. A little bonus of what scares me the most since I have become a mom. The biggest thing that honestly scares me is if I drop the ball on their emotional preparedness. So that is something that I have been working on since day one that I got pregnant. Just making sure that I felt comfortable in certain failures, or that I felt comfortable if not everything went according to my plan, because that is key. And so, yes, I fear that if I don't prepare them well emotionally, what could happen, as I am their only person. But thanks to therapy, which actually that's also why I do what I do. I can't believe I left it out, which is also very key. I went to therapy as soon as I arrived in the US at 3 months pregnant, and I kept going for a good year and a half. And that was essential to work through all of those transitions of leaving a relationship behind, returning back to my mother's place, leaving a life that I had been living for 10 years, and then transitioning into this whole new life of motherhood. And therapy is key. So being home, therapy, exercise, and paying attention to the kids' schedule. And also being aware of what my fears are and working through them. And that has helped. So welcome to the YouTube. Here you're going to hear, like I said before, a lot about my journey. You'll get to see a lot about how I actually homeschool the kids, what I do, how that unrolls, and we'll also get into other chats, like I mentioned before, about future. And I want my future to include also another partner. And how am I going about that as a single mom, living at home, working from home, and everything revolves around my house? Well, I have entered the dating apps. That goes how it goes. But mainly my dates have come from when I have spent my summers abroad, because I have a larger network for that part of life. I have some friends who really step in, are really golden in watching the children as I go on a date. Also, I finally managed to travel over there twice alone. And even though those times were for legal reasons, still it was nice to be able to date, as in Europe there's less of a taboo around single parenting. There's less of a taboo. You find a lot of single parents, they're out in the open, it's really acceptable. And so I just feel comfortable, because here in the US, I can't shake the feeling of being a statistic, as being a Latina single mom. But there's a lot of other taboos here in American societies, as we are so close to religion and more traditional in the family setting. Even though a lot of people come from a modern family, it's still not culturally as acceptable. We're getting there, but it's more open abroad. And so I feel more open to search that part of my life when I am abroad. I have tried here in the US. I have scoured the dating sites, as I don't have time for much else, but those dating websites, I don't even have to tell you, that goes how it goes. So stay tuned. This was episode 1, short and sweet, but now you see, how do I do what I do? I am at home, I do therapy, I stay active, and I pay attention to the kids' schedule. And I'm very mindful of what my fears are, so that I can work through them and not put it on them. So, ciao! Thanks for watching! Thanks for watching, and make sure that you subscribe for all the fun to be had here. Watch this space. Press that button and subscribe.